So deficit in the balance of payments. There is a possibility for the balance of payment to be in equilibrium during a given period of time. What do you mean by equilibrium? There is no profit,
no loss.
or else another occasion is inflow and outflow will be equal. Payments and receipts will be equal. That we will call it as equilibrium. So disequilibrium in BOP of a country may be either in the form of deficit or surplus. Okay. So when what is equilibrium? That is both the amount payable and receivable will be equal. Okay, balance of payment we all know it is economic transaction of between resident of the that is between our country and rest of the world during the period of 1 year. Okay, it records all the economic transaction. So in the transaction, the inflow of money and outflow of money must be equal. That we will call it as equilibrium. In case either excess, that is surplus, or deficit, that is shortage. Okay, that we will call it as disequilibrium. A surplus in BOP does not pose much of a problem. Okay, surplus. So surplus will not affect us. Okay. So because amount receivable will be more than payable in that case, not a issue. However, a deficit often create difficult problem for the economy. Deficit means shortage. So we need to pay more compared to the money what we are able to receive. So deficit is in balance of payment account arises when total inflow of an account of autonomous transaction are less than total outflow on account of such transaction. Okay, we know what is autonomous. What do you mean by autonomous transaction? To maximize the profit, it is an international transaction. Earlier, autonomous means it's an
Yes, sir.
international transaction. You can see the international economic transaction for what? To maximize the profit. So here we will discuss. Okay, deficit in balance of payment means what? In that autonomous transaction, the amount what we receivable will be less than the amount payable. Such transaction we will be called as deficit in balance of payment. On the other hand, the total inflow on account of an autonomous transaction exceeds total outflow on account such a transaction. Then this is surplus in balance of payment account. Okay, the same point repeats here. Okay, either the inflow of money is less than outflow means deficit. The inflow of money is more than the outflow, which is to be called deficit, what surplus. So, with this, chapter 12 is done in macro, and we will be starting Indian economic development by next session. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Others, boys, girls?
No, sir.
Okay, so yesterday we was discussed types of leadership. Yeah. What are the three different types of leadership we have discussed? Huh? Miss Deepa Vashini, can you please explain what do you mean by autocratic leadership in short? Deepa Vashini. Okay, what is autocratic leadership? Anyone? You can.
So
Anyone?
there will be
In this,
for people. Only they have to follow the rules and regulations laid down by a leader.
Okay, so the leader will not consult with any followers, right? Whatever he decides, either it is right or wrong, we need to stick on to that. Even though we know the decision made by our leader is wrong, so there is no other option for us. So we need to strictly follow the autocratic leadership style, right? And what about the participative, that is democratic leadership style? Anyone?
Sir, in this leader give choices or opinion from the employees. Sir. They give chances to them, sir.
Yes. So before deciding anything, the leader will discuss with his subordinates or else even followers. And second point, he will listen their opinions and he will respect their opinions too. Okay, so then what he will do? So people will be happy or sad in this kind of leadership. The follow.
Happy, sir.
Happy.
Okay. What about in autocratic? Whether the followers will be happy or sad?
Sad.
Okay. What about laissez-faire leadership style? Anyone?
Sir, they will be given full freedom, sir. There is no any control under them, sir.
Okay. So full freedom, no control. The followers can be independent and they can achieve their goals. Okay. So and this is both the difference between autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. First one is decision making. So as we discussed, in autocratic style, the leader will not discuss. Okay, the centralization. So the leader will decide by himself alone. No, he will not ask for anyone's opinion. Whatever he says, that's it. And democratic leadership style. The leader consults subordinates in the decision making process. So is the leader what he will do before taking an action, before like demonetization, what he will do. I know, I hope you all know very well about demonetization, right? So our prime minister might be discussed with the team, finance minister and RBI governor, I think, and later it might be implemented, I think. Then lies fair. The leader delegates entire authority of decision making to subordinates. Okay, so all evil, totally free. Okay, the followers can decide. So for this autocratic style, there was an incident happened in China. Do you all about to listen what happened in China?
Yes, sir.
I think during there was a president called I think Mao I think. So what happened? So when we cultivate what crops like corn, சோளம் இந்த மாதிரி ஐட்டம்ஸ் எல்லாம் கல்டிவேட் பண்ணுவோம் இந்த ஸ்பேரோஸ் ஒரு பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா ஸ்பேரோ will eat the crops. Yes.
Yes.
ஸோ த பீப்புள் அந்த விவசாயம் பண்ணுறவங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இந்த நிறைய குருவி கிளிகளை வந்து என்ன பண்ணும் நாம் என்னென்ன கல்டிவேட் பண்ணுறோமோ சாப்பிட்டு போயிடும். ஸோ பை லுக்கிங் அட் திஸ் that poor leader he said hereafter if anyone find a sparrow in their agriculture land immediately you can kill it அப்படின்ட்டாரு. So everyone, okay, the people in their country they started killing sparrow. So what happened? So at the point, no more sparrow in China. So what will be the result? Anyone, can you please guess? Hello. என்ன ஆயிருக்கும் நினைச்சு anyone can you guess?
Once again, sir.
So ஸ்பேரோ வந்து கொல்ல சொல்லிட்டாரு மாவோ. He was the he was the president, ex-president of China. இந்த ஸ்பேரோ வந்து அதனால தான் நம்ம விவசாயம் வந்து பாதிக்குது. ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் மஸ்ட் கில் ஸ்பேரோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஆர்டர் போடுறாரு. அப்ப என்ன ஆயிருக்கும் சொல்லுங்க பார்ப்போம். வாட் வில் பி த ரிசல்ட்? ஸோ என்ன ஆச்சுன்னு பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா அந்த சைக்கிள் இருக்கு இல்லையா, தட் என்விரான்மெண்டல் சைக்கிள்,
Yes, sir.
it got affected. Okay, so let me share you, let me share my screen. Is it visible? So so he is Mr. Mao in the photo earlier. Can you able to see? So he was an autocratic leader, okay, also known as Smash Sparrow. This campaign launched in the year 1958 by Mao Zedong in the worst ecological disaster known to mankind. Mao felt that sparrows ate too much grain and China could do without such pests. Thus, he decreed that all the sparrows be killed அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. அப்ப என்னாச்சுன்னு பார்த்தோம்னாக்க, அதாவது ஸ்பேரோஸ்னாலதான் நமக்கு பஞ்சமே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவரு என்ன பண்ணிட்டாரு, நினைச்சிட்டு he asked every people to kill the sparrow. You can see the small boy. I think he killed so many sparrows. Yeah. So what happened because of this? There was a lost economic imbalance. The sparrows வந்து என்ன பண்ணும், அந்த பூச்சிகள் இந்த மாதிரி இதுலாம் சாப்பிடும். These kind of insects will be eaten by sparrow. இப்போ ஸ்பேரோஸ் இல்லாதங்காட்டி என்னாச்சு, இந்த புழு பூச்சிகள்லாம் ஜாஸ்தி ஆயிடுச்சு. ஓகே, அட் த ஃபைன் டைம் வாட் ஹேப்பன்? ஸோ இது பாருங்க, யூ கேன் see this lady ஸ்பேரோ பொண்ணு கயிறுல கட்டிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ என்னாச்சுன்னு பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா, ஸ்பேரோஸ் இல்லாம அதாவது எக்காலஜிக்கல் இம்பேலன்ஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. கிராப்ஸே விளையில பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா பஞ்சம். அதாவது அதே தாட் வித்தவுட் ஸ்பேரோ கிரெயின்ஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய வரணும். பட் ஆனா ஸ்பேரோஸ் இல்லாம என்னாச்சுன்னு பார்த்தோம்னா அப்படியே வந்து எல்லாமே வந்து விவசாயமே பண்ண முடியாத சுச்சுவேஷன் ஆயிடுச்சு. தென் ஃபைனலி there was a famine. அப்படின்னா என்னது, பஞ்சம், உணவு பஞ்சம். So a lot of people died in that. So that was a foolish decision taken by Mr. Mao, ex-president of China. He was an autocratic leader. Okay, fine. Are you all there with me?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So next one is delegation of authority. What do you mean by delegation? What is delegation?
Transfer of power, transfer of authority to the subordinates.
Authority to the subordinates. Okay, but the decision will be taken by the leaders, the superior. Here in autocratic or authoritative style, there is no way, okay, leader will not give you the delegation. In democratic, more delegation, okay, more delegation means he will give more authority and responsibility to the followers. Here is for full 100% delegation. So degree of supervision. Supervision, what do you mean by supervision? Monitoring you frequently. Okay. So inquiring you frequently whether you are working or not. For example, in your exam, the invigilator, have you seen invigilator? They will walk in between, they will observe you keenly. Why? Because you are not supposed to do any malpractice in the examination. So here the degree of supervision is very close. Okay, can you see this image here? The leader. So he will be very, this is what autocratic leadership example they are given. So he will be very keen in supervising. But what about this democratic? Moderate. Okay. Somewhat when there is need, he will supervise. In license for no supervision at all. So the followers under that such kind of leader, really they will enjoy. Okay. So employees morale low. What do you mean by morale? Morale in the sense it's a trust. Okay. The followers. Okay. If you have this kind of leader, will you trust that leader? Why not? Other if you got a leader, will you trust him? No, right? Because he will be always rude, rough and tough person, will not listen to us. Okay, so he will focus only on his goal, organization goal, not in he will not focus on any individual. So moral in the sense trust. So here it is very low in authoritative, in democratic high. Okay, because the leader will discuss with people and he will decide and he will give freedom and he will give less even more supervision. So the morale will be high. Next, license for leader does not promote employees' morale. Okay, so here the leader will not at all promote, but the followers themselves they have too much of morale on the what leader. Effectiveness. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டைல் வந்து எப்படி எஃபெக்டிவாக இருக்கும் ஃபார் ஷார்ட் ரன். ஓகே, ஷார்ட் ரன் தான். Because always there will be issues between leader and follower. So this kind of leadership style will be suitable only for short run of to the organization. So here, democratic, it is both short run and long run. What about laissez faire? This style may or may not be effective. Yeah, why it will not be effective? Because when you people are given 100% freedom, எப்படி இருக்கும்? They will do their own work. They will decide by themselves. Their decision is right or wrong, we don't know. People can enjoy, but the work will be done or not, it's a question mark. So fine, sixth one, positive or negative approach. The leader make use of negative approach, like penalties to get work done. Yes or no? So that was, we have discussed about the North Korea president, right? He killed the defense minister who slept in his speech in the parliament. I have shared you that information, right? Do you remember? So, are you all there, guys? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, in point 6, okay, the leader, the authoritative leader, maximum you will use negative approach. He will threaten them, he will punish them, he will make penalties, and he will get the things to be done from others. Whereas here in democratic, it is positive. Okay, he will approach friendly and he will be what positive approach in the sense like rewards. Well, what are the types of rewards we have discussed? Financial and non-financial incentives. Yeah, so all those things he will follow and he will motivate employees to do the task. Then laissez-faire style. What happened? This is no positive, no negative. It is just neutral. Then suitability. Autocratic யாருக்கு suit ஆகும்? Whence there is little or no time for group decision making, when subordinates are incompetent or inexperienced. Okay. So, for example, there are people they can't take part in decision making. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து decision இதான் அப்படின்னு எடுக்க தெரியாது. ஓகே, எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸும் இல்லாமல் இருப்பாங்க. So in the Mari, these kind of new people and people, those who have effectiveness, those who don't have skill in decision making, for this kind of people, autocratic leadership will suits them. Simply whatever the leaders say they will do. That's it. They will not use their brain because they will not think much. So for whom and which kind of people democratic will be suits? So when subordinates are competent and experienced, competent means what? Skillful person, experienced person. So they can able to take part in decision making under the guidance of the leader. Okay, so when the subordinates, for example, one small example, let me tell you. So whenever a teacher is asking you a question immediately, everyone is answering to the teacher. That means that is what participative. Here, the people, the students, they have knowledge. So here, the class will be participative. Students or teacher also will explain, student also will explain. That is called participative. Whereas there are some students, they will not open their mouth. Even if they ask, who is the president of China, they will not say, they will not open their mouth. There are some students. So these kind of students, autocratic only suitable because simply the teacher will take stick. Okay. So if they didn't answer, if they didn't study, simply the teacher will beat them like anything. So this is what autocratic. Okay. Then last one is is for whom will this will be suitable when subordinates are so competent, skilled, and expert, they can take all decisions by themselves without any directing by the leaders. Okay. When subordinates are too effective, skills, and experience, for them, this kind of leadership style suits because the leader will not interfere in anything. So the follower or the employee decide by himself and he can act. So these are the difference between authoritative, autocratic or authoritative, democratic or participative laissez-faire leadership style. Any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Boys, girls, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Ravi, you can stop.